Hi guys, I'm Mike and welcome back to Indy Fanatics. Last week, Sebastian Bourdais secured a return to IndyCar full-time with A.J.Foyt Racing, with his return to be at the Harvest GP in October. This seemed the perfect time then to have a deeper look into the team that bears the name of IndyCar legend A.J.Foyt. Based out of Waller, Texas and formed in 1965, A.J.Foyt Enterprises has won 5 IndyCar titles. Owned by A.J.Foyt, who had already won 4 IndyCar championships, he would get the team off to a successful start. AJ winning the team's first championship in 1967 and then a further 2 championships in the 70s in 1975 and 1979. The last one would be AJ's record 7th and final title in IndyCar, whilst also winning 2 Indy 500s in 1967 and 1977, becoming the first driver to win 4 Indy 500s. But from 1979, A.J.Foyt Enterprises would switch to the newly formed kart championship, but this would prove to be a barren period for the team, as between 1979 and 1995, the team would not win a single race. The closest they would come would be in 1995 with Eddie Cheever at the wheel, who was leading the Bosch Spark Plug GP until he ran out of fuel with just over a lap to go. A.J.Foyt Enterprises during this time really became a team on the back foot and struggled to adapt to the changing landscape of the sport. But in 1996, the team competed in the inaugural season of the Indy Racing League, which would evolve into the IndyCar Championship we know today. But in 1996, the series constituted of 3 races, and A.J.Foyt's Scott Sharp would score enough points to become co-champion that year, adding the first title to the team's record books since AJ retired. In 1998, the 11-race calendar was won by A.J.Foyt's Swedish driver Kenny Brack, with 3 back-to-back wins to his name that season, helping him secure the title. This would be the team's 5th and final IndyCar title to date, though Brack was able to win the Indy 500 a year later, as well as coming runner-up in that championship. Since then, it has been a steady decline for the team, with a full-time driver not finishing inside the top 10 since Eliseo Salazar finished 5th in 2001. Larry Foyt, AJ's son, took over the team in 2007 and still runs it today. During the time since his appointment, the team have tried a number of drivers to bring success back, with the likes of Hunter Ray and Takuma Sato, who would go on to greater success after leaving the team, with Tony Kanaan at the end of his career the other extreme. Since 2015 though, the team has been able to enter 2 full-time entries again into the series, but still as a team are a long way off challenging for podiums and race wins, let alone IndyCar titles. A.J.Foyt is a racing legend and one of the most decorated American drivers in motorsport history with his achievements. With his team though, like everything, the world changes and evolves, and AJ and his team have been guilty of not being able to adapt to the changing landscape around them and capitalise on the early success the team had. Under Larry Foyt, the team is making progress. Slow progress, but progress nonetheless. With the signing of Sebastian Bourdais, a 4-time champion, it will not solve the issues that have plagued the team, but it is another positive step with his experience that can help the team on its pursuit to competing at the top of IndyCar once again. And that's it from us today, guys. We hope you've enjoyed this brief history of A.J.Foyt Enterprises. Next week, we will look at the career of Ryan Hunter Ray, as suggested by Rox in last week's comments. So if there is a team or a driver you'd like us to look at in the future, comment below. Don't forget, if you're new around here or haven't done so already, to like, subscribe and ding that bell for all our latest videos. So for now, you Indy fans, keep racing!